Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English the Natural Way. I'm Alex.
Hi, friends. I'm Linda. We're so excited to have you with us today. No matter where you are right now, at home, at the gym, or on your lunch break, thank you for choosing to learn English with us.
Today, we're going to talk about three modal verbs that are really important: can, may, and shall.
These words are used for permission, ability, and making suggestions.
Understanding the difference between them will make your English sound much more natural and polite.
Before we start, if you enjoy learning English in a natural and simple way, please like this episode, share it with your friends, and subscribe to English the Natural Way.
All right, let's get started.
So first, what do these three words have in common?
They're all modal verbs, special helping verbs that add meaning.
But each one is used in different situations and has different levels of formality.
Can is the most casual and common.
May is more formal and polite.
Shall is very formal and becoming less common, especially in American English.
Let's explore each one in detail.
Let's start with can. This is probably the most useful one.
Yes, can has two main uses, ability and permission.
Let's talk about ability first.
We use can to talk about things we're able to do.
For example, I can swim.
This means you have the ability to swim. You know how to swim.
She can speak 3 languages.
He can play the piano.
They can run very fast.
All of these show ability, what people are capable of doing.
Let's practice. I can cook.
She can drive.
We can solve this problem.
He can sing beautifully.
All showing abilities.
We also use can to ask for permission casually.
Yes, this is very common in everyday English.
For example, can I use your phone?
This is a casual, friendly way to ask permission.
Can I sit here?
Can I borrow your pen?
Can we leave early today?
These are all casual permission requests.
Can is perfect for friends, family, and informal situations.
You wouldn't use can with your boss or in very formal situations.
But with friends, perfect.
Let's practice. Can I have some water?
Can I ask you a question?
Can we watch TV?
Can I open the window?
All casual and friendly.
We also use can to give permission.
Right. When someone asks, can I, you can answer with can.
Can I leave? Yes, you can.
Can I use this? Of course you can.
Can we go now? Yes, we can go.
Simple and natural. Let's also talk about cannot or can't.
This is the negative form.
I cannot speak Chinese, or I can't speak Chinese.
She can't drive yet.
We can't come to the party.
Can't is the contraction, and it's very common in speech.
Now let's talk about may. This one is more formal.
Yes, may is used for polite permission and possibility.
Let's start with permission.
May is a very polite way to ask for permission.
For example, may I use your phone? This sounds more polite and formal than can I use your phone?
May I sit here?
May I ask a question?
May I leave early today?
All very polite requests.
When should we use may instead of can?
Use may in formal situations, with people you don't know well or when you want to be extra polite.
Like with your boss, teacher, or in business meetings.
May I interrupt? Sounds more professional than can I interrupt.
Let's practice. May I help you?
May I make a suggestion?
May I have your attention, please?
May I speak with the manager?
All formal and polite.
We also use may to give formal permission.
Yes, you'll hear this in announcements and formal contexts.
For example, you may leave now.
Students may use calculators during the exam.
Passengers may board the plane.
You may begin the test.
This is formal permission giving.
In casual conversation, we usually say, you can leave now.
But in formal settings, schools, and official announcements, may is still used.
May is also used for possibility.
Yes, when something might happen, but you're not sure.
For example, it may rain tomorrow.
This means it's possible, but not certain.
She may come to the party.
We may go to the beach this weekend.
He may not be available.
All showing possibility and uncertainty.
Let's practice. I may be a few minutes late.
They may need our help.
The store may be closed.
She may not remember me.
All expressing possibility.
Now let's talk about shall. This one is interesting.
Yes, shall is becoming less common, especially in American English.
But it's still used in certain situations.
Shall has two main uses, making suggestions and formal rules.
Let's start with suggestions,
We use shall to make polite suggestions or offers.
but only with I and we.
For example, shall I open the window?
This is a polite offer. You're suggesting that you could open the window.
Shall we go now?
This is a suggestion. You're asking if going now is a good idea.
Shall I help you with that?
Shall we have lunch together?
These are all polite suggestions.
Notice we only use shall with I and we, not with he, she, or they.
We don't say, shall he come? That sounds very strange.
Right. Only shall I and shall we.
In American English, we usually use should instead of shall.
Right. Americans say should we go more often than shall we go.
Both are correct, but should is more common in America.
In British English, shall is still quite common.
So you might hear it more if you're watching British TV or movies.
Let's practice. Shall I make some tea?
Shall we start the meeting?
Shall I call a taxi?
Shall we meet at 7 o'clock?
All polite suggestions.
Shall is also used in very formal rules and regulations.
Yes, you'll see this in legal documents and contracts.
For example, the tenant shall pay rent on the first day of each month.
All participants shall arrive by 9 a.m.
The company shall provide health insurance.
This is very formal legal language.
In normal conversation, we would say must or have to.
The tenant must pay rent, or the tenant has to pay rent.
But in contracts and legal documents, shall is still used.
So, shall in this context is very formal and official.
Now let's compare all three, can, may, and shall.
Great idea. Let's look at them asking for permission.
Can I leave early? Casual, informal.
May I leave early? Formal.
Shall I leave early? This sounds like you're offering to leave, which is strange.
So for permission, use can casually or may formally, not shall.
Let's try making suggestions.
Can we go to the movies? Casual suggestion, like asking if it's possible.
Shall we go to the movies? Polite suggestion, asking if it's a good idea.
Both work, but the feeling is slightly different.
Can is more about ability or possibility.
Shall is more about making a polite proposal.
Now, let's practice with a real conversation.
Great. Let's imagine two colleagues planning a meeting.
Good morning. Do you have a moment?
Of course. What can I do for you?
I wanted to discuss the Johnson project. May I come to your office?
Absolutely. You can come now if you like.
Perfect. Shall I bring the files?
Yes, please do. We can review them together.
Great. May I also invite Sarah? She can provide good insights.
Good idea. Shall we schedule it for 2 p.m.?
That works for me. Can you send a meeting invite?
Sure, I can do that right now. Shall I reserve the conference room?
Yes, please. We may need the projector too.
I can arrange that. May I ask how long you think we'll need?
Probably an hour. We can extend if necessary.
Sounds good. Shall we prepare an agenda beforehand?
Excellent idea. I can draft one and send it to you.
Perfect. May I suggest we include budget discussions?
Absolutely. That's important. Can you add that to the invite?
I can do that. Is there anything else we should cover?
I think that's everything. Shall I confirm with Sarah?
Yes, please do. She may have conflicts, so check her schedule.
Will do. Thanks for your help. I can handle the rest.
Great. See you at 2 p.m.
Did you hear how we used all three modal verbs?
Yes. Can for casual permission and ability,
May for polite formal permission.
and shall for polite suggestions.
The conversation sounded professional and natural.
That's exactly how these words are used in business settings.
Let's talk about common mistakes.
Yes, this is really helpful. One common mistake is using can in very formal situations.
Wrong. Can I interrupt, Mr. President? Too casual.
Better, may I interrupt, Mr. President? More appropriate.
Another mistake is using shall with he, she, or they for suggestions.
Wrong, shall he come with us?
Correct, should he come with us or can he come with us?
Shall only works with I and we for suggestions.
Another mistake is confusing can for ability and permission.
The context usually makes it clear.
Can you swim is asking about ability.
Can you help me is asking for permission or making a request.
The meaning depends on the situation.
Another mistake is using may too casually with friends.
May I have your French fries sounds too formal with friends.
Better, can I have your French fries? More natural.
Save may for formal situations. Let's practice identifying which modal verb to use.
I'll give you a situation, you choose the right modal.
Ready? You're asking your friend if you can use their car.
Can I use your car? Casual with a friend.
You're asking your boss if you can take a vacation day.
May I take a vacation day? Polite and formal.
You're suggesting to your colleague that you both get coffee.
Shall we get coffee? Or can we get coffee? Both work.
You're asking if your classmate is able to speak Spanish.
Can you speak Spanish? Asking about ability.
You're offering to help your elderly neighbor.
Shall I help you with that? Or can I help you? Both polite.
You're asking a stranger if you can sit in an empty seat.
May I sit here? More polite with strangers.
Perfect.
Let's create a story using all three modal verbs.
Great idea. I'll tell you about planning a birthday party.
My friend's birthday is next week. I want to plan a surprise party for her.
First, I asked her roommate, "May I use your apartment for a party?"
She said, "Of course you can. That's so sweet."
Then I thought about who to invite. Shall we invite all her friends from work?
My other friend said, "We can invite them, but we may need a bigger space."
Good point. So I asked, can anyone suggest a good venue?
Someone recommended a restaurant. Shall I call and make a reservation?
Yes, please. You can book it for Saturday evening.
Next, we plan the decorations. May I suggest a purple theme? It's her favorite color.
Everyone agreed. We can get balloons and streamers. Shall I shop for those?
Yes, and can someone make a playlist? We may need good music.
My friend, who's a DJ, said, I can handle the music. May I use my own equipment?
Perfect. Then we discussed food. Shall we order pizza or get catering?
Someone said, we can order from her favorite Italian restaurant.
Great idea. Can you handle that order? We may need to order for 30 people.
Finally, I asked, shall we meet an hour early to set everything up?
Everyone agreed. We can do that. This may be the best surprise ever.
On the day of the party, everything was ready. When she arrived, we shouted, surprise!
She was so happy. She said, I can't believe you did this. May I hug you all?
It was perfect. Planning the party was hard, but we can definitely do it again.
That story used all three modal verbs perfectly.
Yes, can for casual situations and ability,
May for polite requests and possibility.
and shall for making suggestions.
This is exactly how native speakers naturally use these words.
Let's practice with different situations.
Good idea. At a restaurant, may I see the menu, please?
Can I have water?
Shall we order dessert?
At school, may I go to the bathroom?
Can you help me with this problem?
Shall we form study groups?
Can I watch TV?
Shall I cook dinner tonight?
Can you pass the salt?
All natural and correct.
Now it's your turn to practice.
Try making your own sentences with can, may, and shall.
Think about asking permission. Use can casually or may formally.
Think about making suggestions. Use shall or can.
Think about abilities. Use can.
Write your sentences in the comments. We'd love to see them.
Don't worry about making mistakes. That's how we learn.
Practice using all three in different situations. Can I help? May I assist you? Shall we begin?
The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Soon you'll automatically know which one sounds right. Let's do a quick review.
Can is used for ability, like I can swim.
And casual permission, like can I go?
May is used for polite permission, like may I help you?
And possibility, like it may rain.
Shall is used for polite suggestions with I and we, like shall we dance?
And informal legal language, like the contract shall.
Can is casual and common.
May is formal and polite.
Shall is very formal and less common in American English.
Choose based on the situation and level of formality.
Perfect summary.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to English the Natural Way.
We create new episodes every week to help you learn real, everyday English.
Leave a comment below with your practice sentences.
We love hearing from you and seeing your progress.
Understanding can, may, and shall will make you sound more polite and natural.
These modal verbs help you express yourself appropriately in any situation.
Thanks so much for listening today.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.